This is what it's come to. To get a podcast in, we got to do it in the car on the way to Stewart Airport.
Stewart Airport.
Hollywood over here likes to fly private.
Listen, 31 miles to Route 76. Step on it in this little go-kart. God. So yeah.
Let's fill
Yeah, you do it.
Fill us in. We're going to start with the most recent because it's been a while. Fill us in on what went down yesterday.
What went down yesterday? I was fortunate enough to fly private to the Atlanta Hawks game in Atlanta, Georgia. Pretty cool experience. Found out Kobe Bryant passed away in the plane, which is still absolutely disturbing. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., Lakers-Clippers home game on TNT. It's going to be the most watched regular season NBA game in the history of the
How's
world.
that finding out that happened and then getting on a private jet?
I'm currently on. You want me to parachute off the plane? I'm already on it. I'm already on it. We actually started talking about Payne Stewart. We switched that topic pretty quick
good.
too.
That's good.
But no, it was a little. So that's. I still can't believe it. It's actually disturbing. So we went to the Hawks game. Fortunately enough, one of my members is affiliated with the Hawks team. After that, I Ubered to the Atlanta Airport rental car center. There I picked up a beautiful Chevrolet Traverse. I drove 30 minutes to a beautiful house to pick up some new merchandise. And why don't you tell them about the merchandise that I picked up?
Okay, so your boy Johnny and myself recently made a purchase. Now, I like to think that we have some good ideas. A lot of other people think we have some good ideas. So, we decided to purchase 14 Sticks Golf. Apparel company, make t-shirts and hats. Good friends of mine, worked with them in the past. We got some really, really fresh stuff. But what we're going to do, we're going to rebrand it, make some new shirts, make some new hats, and possibly some other stuff that we can't really release to you right now.
February 14th is the official launch date. 14-sticks.com.
Yes.
Is the website. You can actually go on it now. It has the old logo and some old merchandise, which we're going to blow out. Hence the merchandise I picked up. Everything on the website is currently what I picked up in Atlanta. I don't know if anyone's ever seen The Mule with Clint Eastwood. It's kind of what I felt like. Rented the car, picked up some merchandise in the back, and this guy,
the real MVP,
left Atlanta at 10:15 at night to drive a wonderful, fun-filled 8 hours and 16 minutes back to Palm Beach Gardens, to where I can get a grand total of 60 minutes of sleep to play with my good friend CJ Reeves and the senior junior. I thought I was going to give her 4 pars. I gave her 4 birdies. We shot 5 under. Senior junior was good. Played the Wanamaker. Golf course is in great shape. Current state of body, death. I have another 2 hours battery life, or you're gonna find me on the side of 95. It's very simple.
The floor bowl.
I've hit the wall. It's over. I can't believe I even swung today, but it's worth it. You know, this is like one of those stories. We purchased this company, and you know, it's like one of those things when we go on Shark Tank and get bought out for 10 mil. It's gonna be great. Saying like, you know what, Mark Cuban, remember you used to sell stamps house to house? He loves that thing. Yeah. Well, I drove from Atlanta overnight and got back in the senior junior. And that's the dedication we put in for this company. So I'm pretty pumped about it. It's gonna be good.
Now we just returned your car.
We just returned my car, and there was an incident report.
What happened to your car, John?
Ladies and gentlemen, has anyone driven a vehicle before on Earth? Has anyone ever had a rock kick up from a vehicle in front of you? You would have thought I told SIXT Rent-A-Car, SIXT, pretty good rental car place, you get some good cars, that I totaled the vehicle, it caught on fire and blew up. I said, hey, just to let you know, there's a rock that kicked up. You're probably going to get Safe Light involved. Safe Light repair, Safe Light refix. They're going to come with the little van and gel it up and be good to go. No, I had to fill out an incident report. They asked me if the police were involved. Did I get the license plate number? Ma'am, a rock kicked up and hit my car. Couldn't do it.
What
She's
are we
like,
doing here?
she actually had the audacity. Okay? Did she try to avoid it? It's the size. Hold on. It's a gum wrapper.
I don't know if you can make it that
4 a.m. I'm two Bang energy drinks deep, shaking like a leaf, wired out of my mind. This is probably too big.
That's what
4 a.m. on 95 going 86 miles an hour. I was gifted with the ability to see rocks at night to move out of the way. What am I, the Matrix? Idiot. So, but that's it. Now we're back to going up to, what is it? Hold on. Stewart Jet Center to get my car, which we have 34 minutes. So that means 34 minutes there, 34 minutes back. I got about 11 minutes to eat dinner before I pass out and die on the floor. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with us. It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
I don't know.
I've switched sections.
Okay. Yeah, talk about that.
Made a full-time move to South Florida, making the plunge. Might be the youngest snowbird ever, but actually going to become a Florida resident here in the next 2 weeks. Got a job.
So by default, you become a worse driver.
Well, they're all from New York, so.
Driving in the middle of Manhattan, I feel comfortable. Driving a parking lot at Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm going to get on a head-on collision. It's really disturbing.
Working at Mayaku Lakes, which
Great
you probably
place.
knew this.
Great
It is an
place.
awesome place. It's an absolute factory on the weekends in season. Yesterday was an absolute struggle for anybody who's worked outside at a golf course. I felt like I was at death. There you go.
Oh my God.
Felt like it was a public facility. I also felt like I was at my last job at Hempstead. Hempstead was about the same thing, so I was fully prepared for a 13-and-a-half-hour shift outside. The cart barn is about 125 yards away from the staging area, which is where the bags are, the golf shop, where we send everybody off to go play. The carts, you've probably seen 5, maybe 6, 8, whatever, towed at once. Like you can bring a numerous amount out of the barn.
Yeah.
Individual. There is no towing. So
Makes sense.
this was the morning. We get there at 5:30. Pull every cart out individually. We have about 60 carts in the fleet. Me and the other guy working. Pulling every cart out individually. Until we have about 25 up in the staging area. That ran out by about 9 a.m. Running carts again. Now, when members or guests come to play and they don't store their bag there, they drop them off at valet. So we got a walkie. Valet calls us. We got to drop up top. We have to swing around the building, pick up the bag, bring it down, pair it with the member. We're getting carts. We ran out of range balls by about 11 a.m.
I'm tired. Listen, I'm tired.
We got about 14 teaching buckets that I picked from the night before down in the cart barn. We ran out before noon. So
How many carts you got?
we have about 60.
It's not
About
enough.
60. No, it wasn't enough. But it was a struggle, a grind, good day, but a very, very long day.
I got an idea.
Let's go.
The do's and don'ts at the PGA Show. What was last week? The PGA Show in Orlando, Florida, which is one of my favorite cities in the world. God help me. Fast food capital of the world. Anyway, walking around the PGA Show.
Hold on a second. The fast food,
Chain
the
food, whatever.
cafeteria.
Chain
no,
food.
I know what I'm saying. The cafeteria in there. I've never heard of those restaurants.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, either way, so again, this is my probably similar to you. This was my 12th PGA Show. Been going since freshman year of college. We both went to Coastal Carolina, so it was an 8-hour drive. So we used to make the trip down. And again, it is awesome. I mean, it is what it is. It's made for what it's for networking, for seeing new products. So it's awesome. I mean, it's great. But when you're there for 12 years, you start to develop the things that annoy you at the PGA Show. Number one, just the whole. I feel bad for the vendors. Like, think about, they got to deal with, especially the hard goods, they got to deal with amateur hour coming in and asking dumb questions. You know, like this thing I see in your glove compartment. Hey, can I get 10 of these? I want to give it to my grandson, my little son, my daughter, my wife.
The dog.
No, you can't. Take one and move on. They're looking for free grips, free air. It's just like they think it's like PGA Superstore opened up their warehouse and just walk in with clubs. But the do's and don'ts. I got a good one. I'm going to start with the big don't. And anyone who's walked around the PGA Show can totally catch on to what I'm going with here. The guy or people that walk down the main aisle talking, standing right in the middle of the aisle. Right, just a team meeting right in the middle of the main drags down the PGA Show, looking up at numbers like they're watching fireworks. I mean, if you want to talk, I mean, I walk down the path and I see plenty of people that I know, but I move to the side and talk to them. Go down beside them. No, they just stand right there.
It's just like walking in the streets of New York City. Get out of the way.
It's unbelievable. I mean, they might as well just have a Nikon camera just taking pictures of stuff.
Speaking of that, speaking of New York City and cameras, don't stand in the middle of the aisle taking pictures and all that stuff. Especially, and then like walking through people on their phones the whole time.
Brutal.
First off, just walk around. Look up. People behind you, there's people everywhere. The worst thing you could possibly do is be buried in your phone looking for something. Just move off to the side.
It's unbelievable.
There's so many people there, and it is. It's like walking through. It feels like a concert.
It's brutal. Just walking around there just wears you out. If you don't have a plan, don't even bother. I used to dress up, nice, impress. Dress for the job you don't have, not the one you do, whatever.
Dress for the job you want.
Yeah. And to an extent, I get it. I'm wearing sneakers. You wearing like nice shoes, you're done. You can't make it. You can't make it the whole week. And honestly, if you look around, a lot of people are totally in more of a business casual look. You know, I'm not saying you got to wear like New Balance white sneakers like my dad would wear with the lights on the bottom. But
it's like
on cloud or something like that.
It's like the girl who's never been to a PGA Tour event or a golf tournament wearing high heels.
Brutal.
Definitely don't want to wear dress shoes.
No. I mean, if you're going in there briefly for a quick interview, meeting, and done, fine.
Seminars, maybe.
If you're there for the week, if you're there for like the 8 to 5ers, you're not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. What are the do's and don'ts? Do's. We gotta come up with a do.
You gotta come up with a plan. You just mentioned it. You gotta come up with a
plan. You have to make an itinerary. You gotta try to bang everything out from, numbered order. You don't go to Titleist, which is on the other end in the white jackets and all the way on the demo area. And then, you know what? I think I want to go to Cutter and Buck. It's the opposite end of the whole. You gotta do soft goods first, hard goods later. Maybe then go to the technology, then go to the fitness. You gotta know what's going on. You gotta know what's going on.
Do. Anytime Brian Kroll's up on stage, go see him.
Unbelievable.
Go see him.
Jim
Literally
Nance.
like watching Jim Nance commentate and mediate a seminar or a meeting or a presentation.
He's the best. Jim Nance got nothing. It's unbelievable.
Don't. I think you kind of touched on it, all the free products and stuff.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
How many people we saw trying stuff out. And so, hold on. I had some guy told me, you might have told me, did you ever hear about what the Who's Away is?
What?
It's literally called the Who's Away.
I don't know.
Okay, I think it was someone at Mayaku. This guy, literally, if you have a product that can be simply replaced or found at like a Home Depot, something like that,
yeah,
you might want to rethink it before spending $10,000 on a booth to promote your product.
The booths are expensive.
So,
maybe we'll get a
it's
booth.
called we will get a booth. It's called the Who's Away.
Yeah.
The guy literally took a tape measure, branded it himself, and he said, "Oh, this is just in case you're having trouble in match play deciding who's away." And he called it the Who's Away.
It's a fixed tape measure, or it's an.
It's all it was. That's what he said. It was all just a tape measure.
I tell you what, if I play against someone and they whip this thing out to see who's away,
I'm putting.
someone's not coming off that putting green.
I'm putting. I'm going ahead.
I'm just saying. I'll say, let me see that. Let me see that. And I'll throw it in the woods. I'll tangle it, cut it. I'll do something with it. Like, I mean, just make a decision, too. Like, I love when people are like, who's away, me or you? Whenever someone asks me that, I make an answer immediately. It could be wrong.
Right.
I don't stand there going, I don't stand at the hole, look this way, look that way. It's not that hard. It's just play ready golf, please.
There was a couple of incidents that we definitely touched on a previous podcast. The guys we were playing with, one had a putt for par, the other had a putt for birdie. Hey, you want me to go first, free you up, try to make mine?
It's torturous.
Yeah, you know what? Because I was actually thinking about hitting this with 8 feet too much pace.
Yeah.
So this might, if you miss it, I'm gonna have to lay up on green.
I recently played with someone who should be up for a running of an Academy Award. When the putt would miss, he'd stand there for 10 minutes looking at why the putt could have missed. Tapped the ground. It went left. Didn't go right. The guy's just... How long... When I miss a putt, I have immediate feedback. Missed my line, pulled it, pushed it, not enough speed, short, long. I go up, finish it up, and I go off the hole. I don't stare at it for 10 minutes. I'm not going to will the ball in. It's ridiculous. What is so difficult about playing?
I don't know.
I don't understand. It's like little things like that with pace of play that is just brutal. Just take your putter once, walk up to the green. Why do people need audiences too? Everyone waits to see everyone watch them hit. That's that's more of an amateur thing probably. But I love when watching, amateur golf and there's a foursome and they each hit. They have to all be around each other when they hit.
Like they're lining, like they're part of the gallery, or like they're the T sign.
It's unbelievable.
They all stand there.
It's unbelievable. I'm trying to think what's going on in tour right now.
I'll tell you one thing. Did you know Mark Leishman hit 2 fairways yesterday? Did what he did?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I saw Tiger Woods' wedge shot on the first hole that took one hop and had, I think, 31,000 RPMs on it and spun out of the hole. I've never seen that before in my life.
On the bottom of the cup for 10 minutes.
It's unbelievable. The crowd went bananas and then they went on. It's unreal. It's nice. The Farmers Insurance is kind of like the first tournament of the year. I mean, even though Hawaii is fun and everything, but
It's because it's the first one Tiger plays in.
that's true. It's actually true. No one really cares to watch
True.
the
My
Hawaii.
dad, I was watching it the other day, and my dad's like, "Oh, is this the first week of the year?" No, it actually started in October. Pops.
Yeah.
They do this whole wraparound season now for like the last 3 seasons. How you been? Hello.
Yeah. Basically, when Tiger commits to a tournament, the season's on.
Right.
He's still the needle mover, and that's just what it comes down to.
He doesn't move the needle. He is the needle.
He is the needle. Could be a
Sounds
good
like
shirt.
T-shirt.
See that?
There you go. There's a T-shirt. That's how it happens.
Could be
You
a
saw
shirt.
it here. You saw it here. That's it. Hey, could be a shirt.
We
We got some good ideas. Let's start talking about some 14 sticks a little bit more.
All right, let's go.
This will pretty much be a conversation between you and I, the viewers. Just listen.
Okay.
The first T-shirt, well, the new logo. Shout out to Jordan Jordan, Tyler, and Ryan. We appreciate the opportunity.
It's gonna be awesome.
He brought it up. They had an idea for, we're thinking about Roman numerals or just doing one shirt. Said that should be the logo.
6.2 miles.
Okay. That's the logo right there. And
I could fall asleep.
the first one. Go ahead, go to sleep. The first one we came out with, it was like Times New Roman. It did look good, but I think we got it down now. So we're gonna have the new logo, definitely gonna be on a shirt. Sort of touching on the pet peeves of golf.
Yeah.
The random single that joins up.
Yeah.
It just shows up to a golf course. You think you're going to play out with two of your buddies. You good? Random single shows up. Nobody likes random singles, but we're gonna embrace that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have it on a shirt.
Stay tuned.
I'm a random single.
We're gonna have a Honda Classic Edition shirt. We're gonna sell
That's
at the
gonna be
Honda
fire.
Classic. We're gonna have an Augusta Edition golf shirt. It's not a golf shirt, T-shirt. Sorry. No, I don't know. I've been up for 49 hours. Augusta shirt. We're gonna try a waste management shirt. You know,
Yes.
places that you can sell some product. We're not gonna make the
Barbasol.
right. I'm not gonna put shaving cream on a shirt. Although you could put actually put like a barbershop pole on the front.
and just like a silhouette of
Probably
someone
could.
with shaving cream.
What's
on
like
it.
a ridiculous name of a tournament? Honestly, I can't say Corn Ferry Tour. I can't say it.
I still call it the web.com.
Corn Ferry Tour.
Web.com sounds the best out of the last three that they've had.
Yeah.
What is the long one? The first event of the year. Oh, the military tribute at the Greenbrier.
I mean,
It's a long name.
It's a
Change
cool
it.
spot, but it's got to be something quicker than that. Something. It's all about quickness.
The MTAG. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
So let's kind of let's go. We're bouncing around here.
Yeah.
My brain's bouncing around. Can't even see straight. I don't know how I'm gonna drive back through my car, but anyway. So we're in Florida.
Yes.
We're both from the Northeast. We're used to the grass up there. When you come down to South Florida, or really anywhere south, you got this stuff called Bermuda, or some other form of something. Tiff Eagle. You got latitude 93. You got
some sort of grass.
You got GX 4166-316. Like, what are they talking about? How about it's grass? But anyway, playing down here, if you are not familiar with this grass, luckily we went to South Carolina, so we had a taste of it. Although dormant Bermuda grass, even people with the square strike wedge could use that. Chipping around the greens in South Florida is extremely challenging. Now I'm going to give a tip. I would stand up right now, but Mike's car is, I feel like I'm driving a Ferrari, but it has a Toyota logo on it. I would stand up, but chipping around the greens. Now, I consider myself a pretty good wedge player, pretty good short game.
Vouch for that.
The biggest thing that I have found to master chipping around the greens with Bermuda, first of all, using the bounce is tricky. You know, because, I mean, you always should use the bounce, but it can be tricky. You can hit a ball 1 inch here. But the biggest thing that I have found is you have to try to get the heel off the ground. And you have to try to clip the ball first with that method.
It's a good call.
It allows for when you get the heel in the ground. Try it. Whoever's down in Florida or around Bermuda, put your hands a little lower and try to chip. You'll see how much it grabs and turns the face down, and just it reacts really in a weird way. So again, chipping around the greens around Florida or anywhere south, heel a little more off the ground, shaft a little more vertical. You know, keep the hands soft, and you're just trying to clip the ball first. It's funny because when I was just messing around doing it, and it was working pretty good. I was playing with Rob Corky, and I was doing pretty well around the greens. And after I showed him what I was doing, I think Mickelson posted some video about getting the heel off the ground with Bermuda and clipping it. And you know, the other thing too is the ball comes out a little lower down here around the greens. It's hard to hit a nice, you know, soft flop. I mean, you can do it, but it takes
so perfect.
You
You have to hit it so perfect to get, or else like you ever hit the high lofted shot that felt good, but then once it gets on the green, it just takes off.
Right. So that's kind of the thing about here in Florida, and as well, another tip. Exit 101. Sorry. Another tip down in Florida, again, just more of an observation, is listen. A lot of the golf courses down here.
Me.
Okay. It's on the side of his car. A lot of the golf courses down here.
I'm gonna report it now.
Yeah.
It's an incident.
Thank God this is not a rental. How did that happen, sir? Well, it's funny. I was at a red light, and a guy spit gum at me. Unfortunately, he was on a moped, so the license plate was small. I couldn't see it. But I did call the National Guard, and we're in the process of looking at who spit the gum. Anyway, tangent. But in Florida, the courses down here, for the most part, are used as backup airports to Palm Beach and Stewart. The fairways are gigantic. I mean, there's hazards everywhere, but realistically, from hazard to hazard, most of the courses down here are pretty friendly. Mayaku's pretty tight. Floridian's pretty tight. Grove 23, Jordan's new course.
Yeah.
You can hit it 300 yards right and left right now because there's no fescue mature yet, and it's safe. But on that note, the defense down in Florida is what?
The defense.
What's the defense of golf courses in Florida? What's the one thing that happens every day? What are you gonna? He doesn't even know the answer. I'm trying to set him up here, basically alley-ooping. I'm giving Taco Fall
Ridiculous
an alley-oop.
greens.
Guy shanked it.
Ridiculous green.
Wind. The wind.
Oh, I thought you meant from an architecture point.
No. The wind. Would you agree? That's
Sure.
a lot of the golf. If it's windy down here, golf courses can play. If Seminole is not windy, it's doable.
The golfing god's defense, yes.
Right, so the wind down here, because there's not really any tree lines, affects the ball much quicker. Right off the club face.
Yes. Air's a little heavier.
The air's a little heavier, you're at sea level, but the wind down here affects the ball much quicker because there's nothing to protect it. The wind is surface level. You know, we're up northeast, the wind could be above the tree line. You know, you can kind of hit some shots and not have it be affected. So just keep that in mind when you're playing down here. Number one, take some friggin' extra club. Number two, if you don't hit it solid, bring more balls because the wind will abuse it.
There's water everywhere.
Water everywhere.
On every golf course.
Everywhere. Is the heat on in this place?
No, you can put on the air though.
I have a fever. Yeah, dude. I'm struggling.
MVP, dude. I don't know how you're gonna. We're gonna discuss what's going on with 14 sticks. I don't even know if I could get like what your attention span is right now. It's already 2.5 seconds.
I'm fucking delirious. Seriously, face it. Well, I don't know. The problem is I probably got sunburned today because it came out like I was on the 13th tee at Montemakers and the sun came out. I'm like, what? Oh my god! It's like a
We played
heat,
under
like
the
a
clouds.
sauna.
Felt like a warm summer day in Scotland.
My breath hot. I'm all right. My face is on fire. Man, it looks a little red.
A little red in the cheeks.
I was just in Atlanta too. That's why I have a cough again. I'm all over the place. I'm like Magellan. My God Almighty! 1 minute I'm in Nashville, then I'm in Miami, then I'm in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just over the holiday. I know you got sick. I got sick. I was in the hospital for 2 days. I don't know what I had. I go in. Listen, I'm literally my spine, my good spine angle. I'm bent over 45 degrees. I can't move. My lower back is screaming. No idea what the hell's going on. Everybody in my family got sick, and I was the last one. You know, usually you're the last one to get sick. You get it the worst.
Yeah. Couldn't
Move. There you go. Couldn't move. Yeah. I'm doubled over in pain. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. We have to go to the emergency room. I don't know what this is. So I go in. Number one, they ruled out the flu. The flu test didn't work, which I actually came back negative, which I found out it doesn't even work.
Huh?
The flu test. When they stick the Q-tip up your nose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, whatever I got right now.
Very inaccurate.
It's coming in hot.
Then they thought I had kidney stones. They ruled that out because where the pain was, it wasn't high enough to be kidney stones. No idea what I had. No idea what happened. They pumped me full of 5 bags of IV. 5 bags. Can't even do it. Didn't have to go to the bathroom. You think dehydration, maybe?
Would you piss Hershey Kisses?
Powder.
Yeah, well, I was the same way. My parents came down for the holidays. They took the auto train from Virginia. They came down, which, you know, it's great. They come down and spend time in the summer, you know, in the what? In the heat. And literally, my dad gets in. He thought he had, he ate 12 ham cheese sandwiches, so he thought he had a bad ham sandwich. He got sick. He was sick. He was, getting sick. And I'm like, whatever. Food poisoning on the auto train. Whatever. Day goes by. He's getting a little better. Mom doesn't feel good. All right. Mom doesn't feel good. What's Mom start doing? Mom starts getting sick. Okay. What's John do at this point? John goes in his bedroom, shuts the door, boards it up. I put tarps in the windows. Basically quarantine myself in my room. I'm not coming out because I'm not getting sick. Because last one that gets it, sick.
It's the worst.
I go to bed, wake up about 1 p.m. Guess what John is? Sick. I puked my gallbladder up, I think. It was coming out of every hole that's existent on my body. Okay? It was brutal. It was 24 hours. So I got it right on Christmas. I crawled out of my room and I opened the door. My parents were sitting in the living room and I said, "Hey, Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming down. I'm not leaving anywhere." I slept on the bathroom floor.
What'd you guys get for Christmas? Oh, I got a new iPad. I got AirPods.
Yeah.
I got fucking sick.
How'd Santa treat you? Santa's a great dude. He dumped a bag of viruses. That's nice. Really good. I've never had to make a decision before in my life. I've had to make some tough decisions. Okay? Maybe on the golf course, maybe in life. There was a point in time. I'm not going to get too graphic, but I'll let you use your imagination. I was going number 2. And the other one wanted to get active. And I had to make a decision how to go about doing both. Which one do you clean up? That should be a poll. Which one do you clean up? Number 2? Or what comes out of your stomach? Out of your mouth? Long story short, God bless, my tub is next to my toilet, and we're going to leave you with that because I thought my head was on a swivel. I thought I was going through an exorcism. Literally. The noises that I was making. I was I almost passed out. It was brutal. But Merry Christmas to John. Hope everyone had a great holiday season.
I don't know.
I lost about 7 pounds. I thought I was gonna die. On my home, I can't believe it. Like I thought in many ways, like if you're gonna die, whatever. I thought I was gonna die wrapped in my shower towels on the ground.
I don't know how many of our 28 followers know you well, but the thing that makes everything you say funny, with the stories that you tell, is I know exactly what the hell is going on in your mind at this moment.
Yeah.
At these moments.
Yeah. Literally. I'm curled up next to the toilet. I used one towel as a pillow, one towel as a blanket, and I actually think I was holding on to a toilet paper roll as like a bear, like a teddy bear. I've never felt like that in my life, and it was 24 hours. Like literally,
mine was like 10
after
days.
after 24 hours, I felt better, but it's still for like a week after, my stomach was like, no, I'm not ready to eat yet. It took me about a week to get back on my feet.
It was nuts. Everybody and their mother was sick, including mine.
Just wash your hands.
And you know who survived? My nephew. He's 2 years old.
Makes sense.
He didn't get sick at all.
Everybody
in the house is sick.
The healthy 30-year-old playing hockey.
Hockey, golf.
Walking around like an angry man with scoliosis.
Bro.
Mystery diagnosis.
That was the worst. No idea what it was. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have the flu. Nothing.
Well, whatever I got now, this is what it likes to just not.
I'm gonna start carrying around gallons of water, like.
You're gonna be that guy.
I'm gonna be that
like
guy.
Back in high school,
walking
around with the gallon of water.
And
what are you on, creatine?
Cut off teas.
Cut off teas, walking around. Oh my god.
That's what we gotta come out.
Brutal.
14 sticks. We're gonna come out with a cut off tea. You don't have to cut the sleeves off of these either.
We should just put a jug of water on the front, and then put Tool on the bottom.
Start wearing flip flops and jeans.
Right. That's unbelievable. Walking around with a gallon of water.
Whatever. Flip flops and jeans. How many people at Coastal wore those? No offense if you have. I'm just.
No, what do you
Not
mean,
sure
no
if that's
offense?
in.
No
Not sure if
offense.
that's in.
Flip-flops and jeans. Oh, it's brutal. I don't know what's worse, that or the sunglasses with the thing on the back. They don't lose them.
So, to cap off my day yesterday, I know we're bouncing back and forth, but that's what we do.
You're going to make a
Who
left over
cares?
here on A1A.
Okay. That's what we do. Who cares?
Choke.
No
Choke.
shit. No shit. After a 13 and a half, well, at this point, it was about a 13-hour
Did I plug in
shift.
the right place? Oh, yeah, I did. We're good.
The
It's like, I
13-hour
don't remember
shift.
coming here.
Last group to come off. Father, mother, and 2 kids.
Okay.
No problem.
Right.
Hey, you guys still got a half hour left if you want to. I have no problem. I'm going to be here for another hour. Go out. They come in around 6:15. Okay?
Dark.
It's pretty dark. They come in around 6:15, no problem. Meet them by the staging area. The dad has iron covers on every single club.
What kind of irons?
Tailor-made burners.
They're the old ones? The
Yeah,
first burners?
Yeah. They actually look really good. They look real.
What?
It keeps them in good shape.
Oh, I thought you said they look good.
No, the iron.
Yeah, if you're scooping stew.
No, those irons are really clean.
Does he play golf?
He does.
I mean, I clean my clubs all the time.
But every time
I got my
he
tea time
comes
tomorrow.
in, he's like,
Got my
I'm
tea
sorry.
time tomorrow.
Oh, you did?
8 a.m. Great.
That's
At
right.
the
You get
Ryder.
12 hours of sleep tonight.
Let me see who I'm playing with.
But every time he comes in, he apologizes. I know mine are a pain in the ass. Get rid of them.
Are they black?
They're black iron covers.
Do they have numbers on them?
Yeah.
Brutal. Let's see who I'm playing with. Let's see who I'm playing with. Where am I? How many 5-unders were there? CJ Reeves and DiPilato. There's no tee times on this sheet?
Yes. Give me.
How do I do?
Just entertain them.
I can't see.
Entertain them.
I can't see. How long are the lights in Florida?
Oh.
My God almighty.
And then how short are the green lights for the left-hand
God.
turning lane?
Making lefts in Florida between the bridges, trains,
Go
and
back
lights.
to the map.
What do I do?
Unless you know where you are.
Yeah, it's going to be on the right. Yeah. SE Aviation Way, 0.3 miles.
Okay, just go to PGAtournaments.com.
Yeah.
Go top left.
Top left.
Winter events.
Winter events.
Go to senior, junior.
It does this
No,
all
go
the
back.
time.
Go back.
Don't.
Winter events.
I just clicked on it. And it does this.
No, PGA Winter Championships.
Are you on drugs? Oh. Oh.
Senior, junior.
Now we're cooking with some gas. There's too many
Then
clicks
go.
to find this
There you
tee
go.
time.
Tee times. They might not have them up. We get the text
Where's the
before.
tee times?
Left in here, I assume, or no?
Nope, straight. Would have loved to take a private jet back last night.
They can't check the. They couldn't check the inventory. They didn't want it. It's going to take the plane down. Is it too heavy? Were they going to? Were they going to charge you
so hungry.
for overweight baggage? I think you're only allowed one check bag on a.
You're gonna go straight. Stewart Jet
One
Center.
check bag on a private plane, which is unfortunate.
Not the plane we took, son.
No, you might not. In zero. No check bags.
We could take anything
Could've.
you want. Took golf bags, people, dead bodies, whatever it is. It's all good. Alligators.
Hollywood.
By the way,
Hollywood dips. Is
We're
that a
almost
golf
at
course?
we're almost at my car. Best course in Florida. Not an argument. Calusa Pines. That's where I rest my case. Best golf course in Florida. It's not even close. Prove me wrong. Thank you.
I can't prove you wrong. I haven't
Just
played
drop-
Calusa Pines yet.
You gotta go over there, Naples. Drive me over to the front. I'm
Here.
gonna walk in with my backwards hat. They're gonna probably shoot me with a taser.
All right, buddy. Well,
All right.
I'm glad we got a pot in.
14sticks.com.
14
Stay
dash
tuned.
sticks.
14-sticks.
.com.
Stay tuned.
Strokes
legit
gained.
legit
Mike the
merchandise.
Jet, no longer part of the Met section, the best section. I apologize. Johnny DiPilato.
Now you're part of the South Florida section, the hot section.
Second.
Sweat your nuts off section. All right, see you, Bole.
How you doing?